वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। अथ द्वादशोऽध्यायः। एवं सततयुक्ता ये भक्तास्त्वां पर्युपासते ये चाप्यक्षरमव्यक्तं तेषां के योगवित्तमाः। मय्यावेश्य मनो ये मां नित्ययुक्ता उपासते श्रद्धया परयोपेतास्ते मे युक्ततमा मताः। ये त्वक्षरमनिर्देश्यमव्यक्तं पर्युपासते सर्वत्र गमचिन्त्यं च कूटस्थमचलं ध्रुवम्। सन्नियम्येन्द्रियग्रामं सर्वत्र समबुद्धया ते प्राप्नुवन्ति मामेव सर्वभूतहिते रताः। क्लेशोऽधिकतरस्तेषामव्यक्तासक्तचेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखं देहवद्भिर्वाप्यते। ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्न्यस्य मत्परा अनन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्त उपासते तेषामहं समुद्धरता मृत्युसंसारसागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ मय्यावेशितचेतसाम्। मय्येव मन आधत्स्व मयि बुद्धिं निवेशय निवसिष्यसि मय्येव अत ऊर्ध्वं न संशयः। अथ चित्तं समाधातुं न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम् अभ्यासयोगेन ततो मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय। अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि मत्कर्म परमो भव मदर्थमपि कर्माणि कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि। अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः सर्वकर्मफलत्यागं ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्। श्रेयो हि ज्ञानमभ्यासात् ज्ञानात् ध्यानं विशिष्यते ध्यानात् कर्मफलत्यागात् शान्तिरनन्तरम्। अद्वेष्टा सर्वभूतानां मैत्रः करुण एव च निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः समदुःखसुखक्षमी। सन्तुष्टः सततं योगी यतात्मा दृढनिश्चयः मय्यर्पितमनो बुद्धिर्यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यस्मान्नो द्विजते लोको लोकान्नो द्विजते च यः हर्षामर्षभयोद्वेगैर्मुक्तो यः स च मे प्रियः। अनपेक्षः शुचिर्दक्ष उदासीनो गतव्यथः सर्वारम्भपरित्यागी यो मद्भक्तः स मे प्रियः। यो न हृष्यति न द्वेष्टि न शोचति न काङ्क्षति शुभाशुभपरित्यागी भक्तिमान् यः स मे प्रियः। समः शत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समः सङ्गविवर्जितः। तुल्यनिन्दास्तुतिर्मौनी सन्तुष्टो येन केनचित् अनिकेता स्थिरमतिर्भक्तिमान् मे प्रियो नरः। ये तु धर्म्यामृतमिदं यथोक्तं पर्युपासते श्रद्दधाना मत्परमा भक्तास्तेतीव मे प्रियाः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। उपस्थित भगवत भक्तों के रूप में मेरी अपनी ही आत्माओं, श्रीमद् भागवत गीता भगवान के मुखार बिंद से निकली हुई अमर वाणी है और जो भी जीव श्रद्धा सहित इस अमर वाणी को धारण करता है वो जीवत्व को छोड़कर ईश्वरत्व की प्राप्ति करता है, इसमें कोई संशय नहीं। ये जीवात्मा चाहे जिस देश में रहे और चाहे जिस भेष में रहे, गीता सबका सब काल में समान रूप से कल्याण करने वाला एक अनुपम एवं अलौकिक ग्रंथ है। इस उपदेश को सृष्टि के आरंभ से ही सुनाया गया था। सबसे पहले इस उपदेश को सुनने वाले सूर्य नारायण थे, फिर मनु महाराज हुए, फिर इक्ष्वाकु महाराज हुए। इस प्रकार परंपरा से चलता हुआ ये गीता ज्ञान द्वापर युग में कई लाख वर्षों के बाद फिर से भगवान कृष्ण ने अर्जुन को सुनाया था।
सुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशम् Maranegi Chan Chatta Chorado Paoge Apanaru Pajakaka Prema Bandhana Chorado Geeta Paro 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 Bhagwan ke tum ancha ho बदला रही गीता तुम्हें भगवान के तुम अंश हो बदला रही गीता तुम्हें परमो हनिद्रामा न सोते कारबाहो बीता तुम्हें तुम हो अजर तुम हो अमर मरने की झंझट छोड़ दो पाओगे अपना रूप जग का प्रेम बंधन छोड़ दो You can now slowly and gently open your eyes and know that You are a unique and beautiful spiritual being of pure consciousness, and all you have to do is to shine brightly, and you'll be helping the world and the universe. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev Maharaj. Stay blessed.
Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev. A very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for being with us tonight. Dr. Kapoorji, welcome back. I hope you had a good vacation. It's good to see you. Joshiji is recuperating, so he is going to be in the audience as a spectator. So today we can distribute the time between Dr. Kapoorji and Dr. Prasadji, however you both would like to do it. We have an hour, so you can split it the way you want to. I would like to request Dr. Kapoorji to start his presentation, followed by Dr. Prasadji. Dr. Kapoorji, over to you. Unmute कीजिए.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Gurudev, Prasad ji, my dear Peter ji, Joshi ji, and my dear sister Geeta, Kiran, and Veena ji. It's a divine opportunity to sit together and share the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Sudeva Sutam Devam Kansachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagat Gurum. Om Yatra Yogeshwara Krishno Yatra Partho Dhanundara Tatra Shri Vidyo Bhutir Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. Om Vishwani Deva Savitar Dhuritani Paratoh Yad Bhadram Tanneyasuva. Om Harinya Garbha Samratatagri Bhutasya Jata Patirekayasi Sadadhar Prithvi Dhyamute Mam Kasmai Deva Yahavisha Vidhema. Om Ya Atmada Balada Yasya Vishwa Upasate Prashisham Yasya Deva Yasya Chaya Amritam Yasya Mrityu Kasmai Deva Yahavisha Vidhena. Om Geeta Shastmidham Punyam Ya Pathet Priyata Puman Vishnu Padam Vaproti Bhay Shokadivardita Geeta Adhyan Shilasya Pranayam Parasya Cha Naiva Santi Hi Papani Purvajanam Kitani Cha. Srimad Bhagavad Gita was emanated from the lotus lips of Lord Krishna approximately 5,000 years before in the battlefield of Kurukshetra in Punjab in India. There are 700 verses divided into 18 chapters, 3 schools of thought: yoga, action, the yoga of devotion, the yoga of knowledge. Whosoever understand the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the divine warranty is he will attain moksha. At our own level, Srimad Bhagavad Gita is a practical science. It is a wisdom. It is a day-to-day life to make the self-adjustment under the pursuit of internal audit. There is a verse in Srimad Bhagavad Gita which is very innovative, and it was very near and dear to our great masters, Swami Hariharji Maharaj. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam chamai pashyati tasya aham na pranashyami sa chamena pranashyati. The person who, with his own eyes of wisdom, see me in all creation, and the whole creation he sees in me, such an individual, mature spiritual person, he is with me and I am with him. So this is what the literal meaning of this particular verse is. So let us translate it into our daily life, because I want to connect the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita in our daily life. It is not the abstract science. It is good to memorize Srimad Bhagavad Gita. It is profound to do daily part, and we must do that. We should adore it, admire it, worship it. But what about us? That is the core message of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We must change. If we don't change, then this is all ritual. It has no meaning. It will not bring any extraordinary wisdom which is embedded in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We just heard Swami Hariharji Maharaj that this is such a unique and profound wisdom that it is each and every verse is applicable, having the universal adaptability, universal application, irrespective of caste, creed, color, geographical location, does not matter what language you speak. The idea is to get the message and change. If you don't change, then this is an abstract science. No, Bhagavad Gita is the application. And now let's go back to this particular verse. Yomam pashyati sarvatra. The person who sees me in the whole creation. Now the question comes up. Who can do that? What should be the competency in the individual? Visualize the presence of Almighty Bhagwan Sri Krishna in each and every iota of this universe. How can I do that? And the answer is, this is what Guruji used to say. The answer is compassion. Compassion. Until and unless you are compassionate, you cannot sustain this quality. You cannot sustain this quality. And the second requirement is mercy, daya, mercy, tenderness of the heart. And the third is the empathy. To see and feel the pain of others like it is yours. When these three traits are developed in our own personality through the practice of meditation and long association with these ideas, only then the individual changes. Now let us see. I just want to share with you. It was a very painful experience. We just had the Thanksgiving. And in the United States, which is our adopted country, and other parts of the world, everybody celebrated Thanksgiving. But in the name of the Thanksgiving, millions and millions and millions tender, beautiful turkeys, their families were slaughtered. And people ate. And then they have the audacity to say Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Are you kidding me? If you are a serious student of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, you will cry. Such a huge slaughter. And then you say Thanksgiving. You destroyed the creation. And then you say Thanksgiving. And then you make merry. This is not what Bhagavad Gita teaches to all of us. We have to challenge ourselves. You have to reinvent yourself. On a daily basis, what you do and what you read and practice. So it's a very painful experience. In this particular verse, which I just shared with you with utmost humility, Yo mam pashyati sarvatra, jo mujhko sab mein dekhta hai. What about the turkey? You never created turkey. You don't have the ability and resources to create even a little mosquito. And millions were destroyed for the taste of the tongue. And then we have the audacity to say, Happy Thanksgiving. Where is the compassion? How can you see God in each and every element of this creation? Stop it. Don't do that. Challenge yourself. What we are doing on a daily basis. Bhagavad Gita is not abstract science. It's a day-to-day life. This existence on this planet, we are the visitors. And you have to follow certain rules, which is called dharma. When the creation was created, Creator created certain rules. And those rules are the value system called dharma. Follow that. And in that, the topmost is the compassion. Visualize Bhagavan Shri Krishna in every iota of the creation. And it must be in your personality. Because alone, it is your responsibility what you do on a daily basis. Daily basis, I am saying, because we are the product of our habits. What you do repetitively for 8 months, it is your habit. And this Thanksgiving we do celebrate every year. So it's your habit now. Break this habit. Bring the compassion if you want to sit in the lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Otherwise, it will never happen. So the first component which I must bring into my own personality is the compassion. Compassion for the creation. In each and everything, you should be compassionate. Look at the rose. Compassion. If you see the rose through the microscopic vision of your spirituality, Bhagavan Shri Krishna is sitting there. Don't pluck it and put it in the flower vase for your living room. That is not the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita I am talking about. So, compassion is a requirement to advance in this spirituality. And spirituality means a route leading to you to the lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri Krishna, which is called Mukti. The second requirement of this particular verse is, and that is also extremely important, and that is the mercy. Mercy. दया भाव होना चाहिए आप सब में, especially the student of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Daya. Daya means help the underprivileged. If you have money, give money. If you have wisdom, share it. Don't hold it that he will become wise. No. The more you give, the more you will be wiser. And if you have physical strength, rub their feet. Hold their hand in your hand. That is called Daya. Love the animals. Love the bushes. Go to the soup kitchens. Go to the orphan houses. That is what Bhagavad Gita is. Bhagavad Gita revolutionized you from upside down, from within. Every iota of your body will be recharged with this challenge that I am a serious student of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and I have to create the competency to be able to study Srimad Bhagavad Gita in its right perspective. The third requirement is the empathy. I am referring to this particular verse. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasya aham na pranashyami sacha me na pranashyati. Empathy. Bring the empathy. Feel the pain of others. The way we are living, we say certain things vocally through our own. We use the Vani and say certain things. But inside, we are thinking totally different. Because inside, nobody can see. What you say and what you mean. That is the wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. And then when you study with these competency tests, then you will understand what Srimad Bhagavad Gita is. And we had the divine opportunity to sit in the lotus feet of our great Guru Swami Hariharji Maharaj. Joshi ji is the evidence, Peter ji is the evidence, Prasad ji is the evidence, Geeta Kiran ji is the evidence. He was like that. There was no discrimination. He will encourage people to speak up in satsangs. He never favored any individual. In his eyes, everybody was equal. That is called, that is what I am talking about. To see the presence of Srimad Bhagavad Gita and the divine wisdom of Bhagavan Shri Krishna in every being, that is what Srimad Bhagavad Gita is. He was using it. So going back to our own, this verse we picked up today, I would utmost humility suggest that we all should create the competency. I use this word competency because spirituality is a science. It's not a on the sidewalk. If you want to become a doctor, you have to pass the MCAT. That is a competency test. If you want to become an attorney, there's a competency test. If you don't pass it, you cannot. So there are spirituality tests. To be the serious student of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and it starts, the charity begins at home. We have to individually change Otherwise, the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita will not bring any benefit to us. We will not be the beneficiary. We may say many things, but until and unless we the people who are holding the sacred wisdom of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we must change, we must change, we must be reflective. People should look at us and say, wow, that is what it is. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, the other day I was sharing this wisdom in one of the churches, and the audience, it was almost full, that church. It was through the platform of Multi-Faith Forum of Long Island, which is New York. And I had the opportunity to represent Hinduism, and my contribution was Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Can you believe that when you put this package in the most scientific language, they were spellbound. Everybody said we didn't know that. So we should be very fortunate that we are holding the brilliant, brilliant science in our hands. And we must also, it is our spiritual responsibility. It is now or never. We also must change. We, through this challenge, that it is my responsibility, I come alone, I will go alone. And this is the golden opportunity to be in this form of human being. Manushya Janam Durlabh hai, Anmol hai. It is now or never. If we miss this opportunity, the whole creation, except human being, they don't have the ability to attain moksha. Moksha means to unite yourself to the cosmic energy. And that can happen only and only through Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That is what Swami Hariharji Maharaj was initially, what we saw, was stressing upon. So with these words, I am trying to conclude my presentation. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvan chamai pashyati tasya aham na pranashyami sacha mena pranashyati. So bring the compassion, bring the awareness in you that without compassion, there is no spirituality. It may be, we may be practicing something else. Second is the mercy. Be mercy. Help the underprivileged in whatever way. Tan, man, dhan, in whatever way. And the third ingredient is the empathy. Bring the empathy. Once we practice these traits of profound wisdom in these three worlds in our personality, we are a serious student of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and you can touch and change people. And in the process, you will be totally changed. Jai Shri Krishna. And I am just asking the welfareness of my dearest friend Joshiji. He has gone through a lot. We all pray to the Almighty Bhagwan Shri Krishna for his complete and speedy recovery. He looks all right, but still whatever is left, he should be recovered properly and as quickly as possible. We all love you. Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Gurudev.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kapoorji. Much, much appreciated. We missed you all this time, and welcome back once more. Having said that, it is now time for Dr. Prasadji to please take it over. Prasadji, over to you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna to everybody. Welcome back, Narendra Kapoorji. We missed you. Our Joshiji is doing well. He is in good hands. I'm sure he will very soon be fully recovered and join us in our deliberations. Vansi vibhushitakara navanirdapa pitambara darunabimbaphaladarosta purnendu sundaramukha Arvindanetra Krishnat Param Kimapi Tattvamaham na jane Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena.
Oh, sorry. Please unmute. Dr. Prasadji, please unmute yourself. Just now there's some accident. You are muted. Dr. Prasadji, please unmute yourself. Just now it was accidentally muted by me. Dr. Prasadji, please unmute yourself.
Dr. Prasad ji, आप अपना microphone unmute कीजिए. Your microphone is off, so turn it on. At the bottom, there is mute
Yes.
and unmute here.
Yeah, I got it.
Perfect, perfect.
Got it now?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. As I was saying, last week, we went through this verse 14 of chapter 4, where Bhagwan is staying on his side. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phales praha. This is what he has been talking about, his divya karma, divine actions, divya janma, divine birth. Whatever he has been saying so far, he's concluding almost by saying, मेरे लिए मुझे कोई कर्म लिपायमान नहीं होता है, मैं किसी कर्म के द्वारा लिपायमान नहीं होता हूं, न माम कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति, एंड न मैं कर्म फले प्रहा, कर्म के फल में भी मेरी कोई चाह नहीं है. तो क्या मतलब हुआ इसका? What is he trying to convey? He says now, इतिमाम यो भी जानाति, मैं न माम कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्म फले स्पृहा. So यो भी जानाति, whoever now knows this fact, karma bhi न सबध्यते, he does not get bound by karma. So having given his own example, he's trying to tell everybody with conviction, look, I am the one who don't get tainted by karma, and also I don't wait or look for or have any eye on the fruit of my action. So everybody in the world, everybody in the universe, every individual should know this fact. And having known that, I have done it, you also do this, you also will not be bound by karma. You see, throughout Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan has been giving his own example and telling others to follow, so that there is way. He has said that मैं जैसा करूं, at the third chapter he says, लोग मेरे किए हुए कर्मों को follow करेंगे. So if people follow my karma, I am showing an example, and let everybody do that. That's one thing. Second thing, Bhagavan throughout Bhagavad Gita tells us we should not get bound. That means, on the other hand, we should get release. That the other one part is that you get bound, and the other part is get release. संसार से हम बंध गए तो संसार में फंसे रह गए. नहीं, भगवान कहते हैं you get rid of this tying down with sansar, you get out of the boundaries of the world, get release from bandhan. So throughout Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan has given us many ways how to get release from this bandhan, how to be one with him. Tesam aham samudharta mrityu sansar sagarat. How he will let you cross the sansar. So in every chapter, similar type of verses you will find that he has shown many examples, he has shown many ways, many directions which a man on a spiritual path can follow and get beyond this sansara, get away from it. Swalpamasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Even little bit of practice, you will be able to get rid of bhaya of sansara. So the cross is there. And even if you don't cross it this time, in this life, it doesn't go waste. The Lord has talked about this in chapter 6 and beyond, that whatever you do will not get lost. So be on the path of spirituality, perform your karma in such a way. Don't add vasana onto that. Whatever vasana you have, you get rid of the vasana, so that gradually you lift yourself from, even your tamasic or rajasic, from rajasic to sattvic, and from sattvic get nirgunatma, beyond the gunas. So that is the message in this verse. Bhagavan is saying that everybody should follow or to perform those karma which will not be bound. He will not be bound by that. Not only that, he goes on to say that there are many examples in the past. That is given in verse 15. We go cross 14 and go to 15 verse and see what Lord is saying here. Evam yatva kritam karma purvairapi mumukshabhi kuru karmaiva tasmatvam purvai purvataram kritam. Now first he said, I do this. Then he said, everybody should do it. Now he is specially asking Arjuna, Kuru karmev tasmat tvam. You should perform the duty. So everybody, and then point blank is telling to him, he says what? Having known that means what? What known? That one is able to get rid of the karma, get rid of the impurities of karma, do not get involved into it, and has no eye on the fruit of action. So these are the 2 points mentioned earlier. Evam means that. He is trying to talk about that truth, which he has mentioned earlier. Having known this truth, Purvairapi, in the past also, having performed krita karma, that kind of karma, mumukshubhihi, even those who are on the path of spirituality, those who are mumukshu, they have also gone beyond those karma, those path of karma. They have all gone beyond it. So the idea is that in the past, the examples have been set by Mukshu. They have also gone beyond that. So you also follow Arjuna. So this is not only to Arjuna, but to all Mumukshu. What is this word Mumukshu mean? What is the meaning of this word Mumukshu? Adi Shankaracharya has given a definition of this word Mumukshu. He says, Moksho me bhuyat iti ichha. One who has this wish that he should get moksha, he should get liberation, that person is Mumukshu. And Swami Tejomayananda ji, in his book Gyan Sar, again given a beautiful description of Mumukshu. What he says, Prapta maya lok manya prasiddhi bhogo vibhukta shabdanam tathahi labdham sukham naiv maya kadapi muktim hivangsha aduna mumukshu. He says, there are individuals, and among all of us, there are many who have sown this path, has gone through the path, got stuck in the path, did not go beyond it. What happens? He says, Prapta maya lok manya prasiddhi. In this world, people work hard to gain their name and fame. Prasiddhi, they want to have name, and they gain it by effort. They put in effort, so they gain prestige in this world. And bhogopi bhuktasya dhanam tathahi. They enjoy the wealth, they enjoy the pleasure in this world. That is what everybody in the world is doing. This is the normal way of living of individuals. They all go, they all hanker for getting the name and fame. They all hanker to gain praise, they gain sukha, happiness. Nobody wants to be unhappy. They all hanker after getting sukha, getting dhana. They do all these things. But what happens? They stop here. They enjoy this, and sometimes they suffer, and they go through the rigmarole in the life of sukha, dukha, dhana, and loss of dhana. So that is what the natural way or normal way of behavior of vast population. Manushyanam sahasresu kaschit yatad siddhaye. Thousands and thousands of people are there. How many are there who want to follow the path of spirituality, which Dr. Narendra Kapoor ji has been trying to force, trying to put his fact into the individual? Work towards getting on the path of spirituality, obtain or gain those qualities which will qualify you to go onto this path. And there are ways and means of knowing it and following. Here, Swami Tejomayanand has mentioned that having gained prestige in this world, having enjoyed the wealth and pleasure in this, there are people, they still do not feel happy. They do not experience happiness and they not experience wealth. So now I am a mumukshu. I am desirous of liberation. I want to get rid of this rigmarole in the life, fed up with having pleasure and wealth. I want to go beyond it. And that's desire, strong desire to tread the path of the spirituality. That is a mumukshu. So a mumukshu is one who has burning desire within himself to get rid of. There are two paths, pravritti and nibritti. You are on pravritti path, you are involved in the world, you gain pleasure, fine. You gain wealth, fine. But you lose wealth, you cry. You lose health, you cry. Those things are happening in the world. But once one realizes that this path of pravritti is no more giving me that pleasure, no, those toys, there were days when you play with the toys and like more of those toys, big toys and all, various kinds of toys. The time comes when you say, my goodness, what is this? I must study. I must go beyond, go to my work and for duty. Those toys are no good for me. So these people, those mumukshu, are those people who have realized the futility of getting involved in the world pravritti marg, and they want to get to the path of nibritti, where they want to get rid of all this and seek spiritually, seek pleasure in Bhagavan. You see the people, those who has gone through this, one should learn from the experiences of those saints and sages who have given up all the all sansaric things and have gone beyond that. You see the kind of pleasure you see them and you find they're full of so pleasure and dynamism, so much of brilliance shines through the face of those people. You just see them, see Maharaj Ji. Those people who have seen and who experienced, we are so far lucky people who had the chance or opportunity to be with Maharaj Ji and see him, the glowing flow of his effulgence coming from him, so beautiful. That pleasure, he is Maharaj Ji का, मैंने संसार नहीं किया, मेरे बच्चे नहीं हैं, मैं कोई धन कमाता नहीं हूँ. So still I am so happy, happiest man in the world. That happiness cannot be compared with the happiness we have enjoyed in life with all kinds of our earning and getting the wealth and all kinds of amusement in life enjoyed. That is no good if you taste the flavor of that spirituality. Once you get the taste of it, you feel so happy. In fact, you cry out in happiness. You become so happy that tears flow from your eyes. That is the experience of ecstasy, experience of pleasure. Swami Ramakrishna Paramhans when he used to get ecstasy, people would say he's gone mad. He was not mad. He was in full glory of spirituality in him. He would dance. He will keep dancing for hours till he fell down after dancing before Mahakali. On the stairs, he will rub his nose and he will cry to see darshan of Mahakali. He will, on the doorsteps of Mahakali, he will keep rubbing his forehead and nose till blood comes out from there. There's no pain in that. That was pleasure. Having blood coming out from face, blood coming out from forehead. He thoroughly enjoyed that. Out of ecstasy, he was so much full of pleasure, happiness. That is not called just sukh, param sukh, anand, paramanand. There is no limit of that anand, a bliss, a word. You can get supreme bliss. So that kind of experience one gets, once has a glimpse of this path of spirituality one is on. That is a mumukshu. That is the one who is trying to get onto this path of spirituality and move on from there. Now this till 15th verse of chapter 4, one segment has been completed. And that segment is Bhagwan ka Divya Janm or Karma. Divine birth and action of Bhagavan has been covered in chapter 4 from 1 to 15. Now starts a beautiful segment. A prakaran, you see in Bhagavad Gita, there are prakaran, that means a segment dedicated to particular item, particular subject, topic. Like Sthita Pragya topic. There is called Sthita Pragya Prakaran in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, from verse 54 to 72. 18 verses of the last 18 verses of chapter 2 is dedicated to description of Sthita Pragya. That is fantastic description of Sthita Pragya, and one could keep on repeating, reading again and again everything one wants to know about Bhagavad Gita. Everything is all compact given in those 18 verses of chapter 2 from verse 54 to 72. And I know all of you are so knowledgeable, I don't have to say that, but those are those are special segments on which one can concentrate and have deeper and deeper dive into the matter and assimilate and perform oneself. So those are the segments. Here is another segment which is called Karma Akarma Prakaran. That is verse 16 to verse 23. These are, in these verses, Jnana Karma Sannyasa Yoga. This is the verse 4 talking about Jnana Karma Sannyasa, and these are the 7-8 verses which concentrated in idea about karma and akarma is given. So this is called Karma Akarma Prakaran. And then comes another 8-9 verses of Yajna Prakaran, where sacrifice, many different kinds of sacrifice is all given in great detail, and that is concentrated there. Also then, last 10 verses talks about glory, of glorification of Jnana. Jnana ki mahima kya hai? Karma और ज्ञान, कर्म और ज्ञान दोनों का समावेश कैसे होता है? ज्ञान के with knowledge you perform action. So how you know about the action and in action, and having known that, you should have the knowledge to be able to perform or carry out those functions that we have learned. So we go gradually one after another and have the knowledge about first karma, akarma, and then about yajna. Now the first verse in this section starts with a query. Bhagwan says, Kim karma kim akarmeti kavayo pyatra mohitah tatte karma pravakshyami yajgyatva mokshase shubhat. Bhagavan is saying, you see, we have been reading about karma in second chapter, in third chapter, and up till now, karma, 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 how much we have read. But Bhagavan says that what is action, what is inaction, even the wise are confused. What to speak of ourselves? We have read, and it is quite natural for us to confused, because even the kavayopatri kavi, that means in intellectuals, those wise people, they even get confused in the matter of what? Kim karma, kim akarma. Akarma kya hai? Karma kya hai? इस संबंध में कवि और वाइज ज्ञानी पुरुष भी मोहित हो जाते हैं, डिल्यूटेड हो जाते हैं, उनको भी समझ में नहीं आता है. तो मैं बताता हूं तुम्हें, तत्ते कर्म प्रवक्ष्यामि. I, O Arjuna, I am going to explain everything to you. Yajgyatva, having known that, what will happen? Mokshase shubhat. You see, again, Bhagavan is talking about asubhat mokshe. What is asubhat? Is sansar. This mark of pravritti. In the world we are involved. Worldly affairs we are all involved in. This is asubha. This is sansar. This is dukkha laya. So all those things are talked about sansar. And throughout Bhagavad Gita, as I mentioned earlier, Bhagavan is giving us one after another how to get rid of the sansar and get liberated. How to get rid of the cycle of birth and death. So that is the thing Bhagavan Gurudev Maharaj हमेशा कहते हैं, जीवत्व को छोड़कर ईश्वरत्व की प्राप्ति करता है. How? गीता में समूचे गीता में भगवान ने यही बताया है. How to get rid of this जीवत्व and be ईश्वरत्व, getting rid of this and be one with Brahma, get liberated and get released from this cycle of birth and death in whatever way you talk about. So this is the ultimate aim which we have to realize, how to get rid of this and be one with Brahma. So in this process, there are many things one can do, and Bhagavan has shown many ways of getting onto this path, and that's what we are going to learn very soon. You see, again, the same wording you will see here in verse 1 of chapter 9. Verse 1 of chapter 9, again you say, Idam tu te guhyatamam pravakshamyana suyave jnana vijnana sahitam yajgyatva mokshase subhat. See here, you're talking about karma. So if you know karma and what is akarma, if you know that, Bhagavan says, I am going to tell you, then you will be liberated. Here he is saying, if you know what is jnana, what is vijnana, you see how beautiful. See, in this chapter, verse 4, Bhagavan is talking about karma, akarma. In chapter 9, Bhagavan is saying, he is going to tell what is jnana and vijnana. Well, we will learn about that as we move ahead, hopefully. So, let us talk about this thing. Kim karma, kim akarma, what is that? Let me give some little bit of about that. First, about the confusion. Now, what is this confusion? Why Bhagwan said, kim karma, kim akarma, kabayo petra mohita? What is the delusion? What is the confusion? When one performs action, what is the difficulty? Why one gets confused? You can see there are many ways, many things we encounter in our life. We do not know what to be done, what is not to be done. You all know, as you grow, I'm talking about myself. As I was growing in my family, we had, from our past family tradition, every Purnima day, there will be Satyanarayan Katha. I know in India, many families, they do it. Purnima ka din hoga, to Bhagwan, Satyanarayan Bhagwan ka katha kiya jayega. Pandit ji आए, शाम को पंडित जी आएंगे और वो कथा होता है, वो अपना कथा वाचेंगे और प्रसाद खाएंगे. तो बच्चे लोग तो कथा के प्रसाद के चक्कर में बैठते थे, लेकिन जो बड़े लोग पूजा की सामग्री लाए, they perform the puja. But the one who will sit for the puja will have to go fasting. Whole day he will not take anything, fast. In the evening, Pandit ji will come, he will perform the puja, the prasad will be given, and then he will go for the meal. This has been the practice. So every month, normally my father was doing, and then afterwards I started to do. So I learned that for performing puja in the evening, I will have to go fasting the whole day. Now, it is difficult for, now if you tell somebody you have to fast, you will say, why I will fast? What is the point? Why not eat and do the puja? Now, see, this is the problem. Question comes here. Is it necessary that you must be on the fasting and then you do the puja? What is the significance of it? Do people teach the fact behind this, or they follow tradition and goes on doing? So going on doing is one thing, but performing certain action with understanding as to why there is a need for somebody to be on fast and then perform puja, or is it necessary to do that? All these things have to be explained. Then with understanding one does, it has greater benefit. What I'm trying to say, that there are so many things one performs without understanding. He doesn't know whether it should be done or not done. So there are situations where one is not very clear. There is some confusion as to be done and not to be done. I will come to Arjuna's delusion a bit later on, but let me tell this. In Gita, Bhagwan has clearly mentioned in verse 24 of 16, which I often quote, and I like to quote, because in this, there is a very crystal clear instruction for Bhagwan. Tasmat shastram pramanam te karya vyavasthito jatva shastra vidhanoktam karm karturmiharasi. Therefore, Arjuna, the scripture is your authority as regards the determination what to be done and what is not to be done. So, in Shastras, and you see all the Vedas, full of all those informations are there, rituals and everything. Three-fourths of Vedas have all the rituals given all over the places. Who has the time to go through Veda? Who teaches you all those scriptures? So in villages, we have Pandit ji who you ask question whether this to be done. He will tell you, do this, do this, do this. bring this patra, this phool, and this all those things for puja samagri. He will be able to, he will tell you. You don't know, but you should know, you should try to know, understand it, and then perform. Then you are in a better situation. Bhagavan says that everything is provided in our Shastra, and that Shastra should tell you karya, akarya. What is the right to be done, what is not to be done. We will go through slowly later on. But Bhagavan says that there is, in the Shastra, Pramanam is there. Shastra Vidhan Jatva. Whatever Vidhan is given in Shastra, you should know that. And having known that, Karma Kartur Miharasi, you should perform action having known that. So there is a way to find out what is to be done, what should be done, what should not be done. We'll go gradually in that direction. But say, for example, here, whether an action is proper or improper. If you want to do certain things, say, I mentioned here, a saint should be cremated or not. Now, this is a question which is often asked. Somebody is saint, what to do? Recently, one saint from Ayodhya passed away. There was a big question of whether to be, what to do with him. So whether to cremate or whether he to be put under the soil, or in a proper way, in sitting posture or lying. So many things are discussed, and they decided to do a particular way. When Swami Ramakrishna Paramhans, he passed away, again there was a big controversy what to be done. He was cremated, but it was a lot of discussion was there. Subsequently, it was lamented that why he was cremated. He was supposed to be Bhagavan, he should not have been cremated. What I'm trying to come present to you, that there are in higher level, there are certain decisions which is controversial. And for that, one has to seek reference or seek help from those who are knowledgeable in the Shastras, as was done in this case of Kasi, and I'm forgetting the name. Mahatma Ji recently passed in from Ayodhya, and he was put in a sitting position, and a lot of rituals were performed, and he was not cremated. So the questions come many times about witness in the court. You see, often there are situations, doctors particularly. See, I can see in the plane I am there. If some person gets sick, very sick, they call, is there anybody in the plane who is a doctor? And you may hesitate that if I volunteer to go there and try to treat the patient, and if he doesn't, something happens, he dies, all these things, you are in deep trouble. You may have to go to the court and give evidence what you did, what not did. Why go into this hangama? Sit down. Don't say that. Nobody is going to pull you up and ask from your seat and say, no, go and treat. Nobody can force you to treat. But you see, situation comes whether one should go to or treat or not to go and sit down. Confusion may be created whether which is right thing to do. Go to treat, and of course it is the right thing to do is to go and treat whatever way you can help. In my society, in my colony, when in Delhi, I was a doctor and people knew me. So whenever there was any problem in the colony somewhere, Dr. Sahab ko bulao. Now, if you can help it, so far so good. If not, get somebody else to help or take him to the hospital. So situations like these do crop up in life where there are, and that's why Bhagavan is saying, Kim karma, kim akarma, what is right thing, what karma, what is not right karma. It is sometimes very difficult even for knowledgeable people to also come forward and say what is right, what is not. So Bhagavan now is going to tell us, for our information, what is right or what is not right. And we will go through that as we go along from next week onwards. I think I have covered about 50 minutes. Half an hour, 35 minutes, doesn't matter. It is good to try to cover up as fast as possible. And I will do it from next session forwards. Jai Shri Krishna, everybody.
Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Well, it is now time to officially conclude our program. And if there's anyone, any thoughts or anything, maybe in 60 seconds or so. Of course, Joshi ji has gone offline, but that's okay. Well, I think, Swami Geeta Kiran ji, is that okay if we end the program now? You're the boss.
The big boss is Maharaji. I enjoyed today's program so much. I feel very much blessed, and I hope everyone also have the same feeling with me. So have a nice week to come, and see you next Thursday and Friday morning.
Thursday, Friday, Sunday.
Let me ask about this
That's-
timing.
Yeah, that's most.
Let me inquire about this timing. By good 1 hour earlier, with that, has it make any difference?
I'm surprised because I don't know if Ramesh Khemlani ji is here. There's another Khemlani, Shakti Bhargav. There are a few people that haven't come. Well, what
Because you see, in India, it is 6 a.m. in the morning, in the winter.
It's quite cold.
Because they start their program at 7:30.
Right.
So which works out for us over here. Our time works for them
Anyway, it's all right.
Yeah.
No, they are starting 7:15. So they already started the other program. That's why Ramesh and Veena is gone there. I also went in between because the Samput Ravali part is coming. It's going on. So we attend that one. And Guruji is reciting one chapter every day. So we want to listen that one also. So I say, okay, let me go in the end here. Then I will go and attend that one again.
Okay. Hari Kare Sokhari.
And for
Yeah.
And for that Samput part, if you want to have the full section, you can ask Rameshi to send the recording. So for us, a little bit late is okay. We can still follow the whole recording. But for them, they have to be punctual on their time. So Rameshi left earlier. Just now he was and he had to leave early.
But I said this will go still like India time 8 o'clock or 8:15. So I can send you the link now. So you can attend now after this.
Yeah. So I hope
Okay,
that
I'm going to
they will adjust their time so that they can stay in our program in full and start the Samput part a little bit later. I'll them and see
so I think he is organizing the Shakti Bhai. He has organized that one. So I don't know about his timings.
Yeah.
So you can talk to Ramesh.
But anyhow, it is really great to know that everyone is growing into big trees and doing the work of Maharaji here and there.
Yeah.
That's a great blessing to the mission.
Yeah.
Thank you. See you Sunday.
Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.